Hey guys, this is Dr. Seth. I'm here with Jane, and Jane has really nicely offered to just sit down and do an interview here with me about her experience. She came to us suffering from persistent effects from chronic Lyme that hadn't cleared up, and was looking for an addition to her healthcare team to help move her case forward that felt kind of stuck. Is that safe to say?
Absolutely.
Okay. So what was life like before you came here? Where were you at?
It's a great question. I've been working with a naturopath and with a healing coach, and we got really far as bringing my healing along from chronic Lyme. It's been 4 years. But I was really plateaued and stuck on a few things. First of all, I was experiencing anxiety, like as my energy was rising again, it felt really unmodulated. Got to have periods of really low fatigue and really high anxiety. And also just struggling with depression that I knew wasn't situational. I love my family, I love my life, I love my job. It had nothing to do with me. It was just remnants from the Lyme, so the depression. And also chronic migraines and sleeplessness as well. So those were really the big places that I was stuck and I wasn't seeing any more forward motion.
What prompted you to kind of make a change or make a different move?
Yeah, I had been reading on some online forums about people who have experienced huge leaps and bounds with functional neurology and chiropractic together. And a friend of mine recommended your practice. You've worked with their son and had really amazing results. And so I thought, great, somebody local, we'll give it a try. And I have to say it's definitely far exceeded my hopes.
That's what we try for. That's good. So did you move on that right away, or did you have any fears going in?
Not really. I mean, I think it probably only took me a month after her recommendation to just get situated and get things in order and come in for a first visit. I felt like I'd been stuck and unhappy with where my body was for so long. 4 years is a long time to be sick, and I'm very ready to not be sick.
Yeah. And was it online where you first started learning about this, or was it with your friends' recommendation?
No, it's some online Lyme healing forums that people are only getting so far with antibiotics and herbs, and then really the rest, our brains have to be retrained how to be healthy again, and mine forgot.
Yeah. And that's so true with so many other people's. We let our weaknesses kind of fall by the wayside. What was your first breakthrough or change that you noticed here?
I would say pretty immediate modulation of energy. The experience of anxiety just really faded away very quickly, a couple weeks maybe. And also, I noticed, like, one of the main things that I struggled with was just feeling overstimulated, like if I was in large crowds or I couldn't listen to music. If my kids were loud and rowdy for a long time, my body would just get really overstimulated for a long time. And that came down very quickly. So it was much longer periods of time that went before I experienced that. And also, when I do experience it, it's much shorter and I can just get on top of it, usually maybe within a half an hour or so with some quiet space.
Yeah.
My brain is remembering how to be in the world and not get stressed out.
That's a good way to put it, right? What changes have you been able to make in your life? Or any new concepts come to light in response to coming here, learning about new ways to treat yourself and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing, practically speaking, is I'm not so focused on and worried about how I'm feeling every day and slogging through the day. So I can play with my kids, I can do my job, which I love very much. So there's a functionality that's in my life that I haven't had for a long time, which I really appreciate. I think as far as learning and new concepts, I feel like I just took maybe the first bite of the apple and there's a lot more to go as far as how to maybe make some more tweaks in my diet to support my brain health, and what other exercises I can do at home that are going to continue to strengthen my new neural pathways, my healthy ones.
It's a terribly deep rabbit hole. Yeah, you're sensing that. Did you ever doubt this direction that we're on, or feel like you were stuck?
The first 5 or 6 visits I had, as you know, after each visit, my stomach just got really deeply unsettled, and I felt sick a couple hours after the first 5 appointments, and I was wondering what's going on. Is this just not working with my body? Is this a good fit? So that was a little unsettling, I would say, literally and physically. But then when we worked to just add some exercises in to calm down my parasympathetic system and balance it, that went away within a month, less than a month. But I would say that's really the only time that I was kind of questioning, like, is this really going to work? I was concerned that maybe it was more than my body could handle, or it was going to kind of put me in a relapse, but it wasn't either of those things.
That's what we run into a lot, is it can take some time to dial in the intensity of therapy for someone, so that's what we ran into with you. What's the biggest obstacle you feel like you've conquered in the last couple of months?
I mean, it would be the three, well, it's really the four things. I'm sleeping through the night, which is huge, so
Yeah.
insomnia is just way low. I don't feel anxious, I don't feel depressed, and my body feels like its energy is moving. I don't know how else to describe it, I just felt like I had a lot of stuck energy, and I was like trying to breathe underwater, and I feel clear and focused and energetic. So all those things together, plus not being overwhelmed or overstimmed, makes for a way better quality of life.
Yeah, good. That's where I'd like to focus so much too, the quality of life. Pain is only goes so deep. Let's see. I feel like you touched on this, but I just want to make sure to cover all the bases, so I made up some questions here. But what do you feel like was your biggest success, or win, or evolution, or change since coming here?
Feeling calmer and really integrated. I don't wake up in the morning every day and think, how am I going to get through this day? Like, those thoughts don't run through my head hardly at all anymore. And yeah, just to have the freedom not to have to be so self-focused and worried about being stuck and what do I need to do and what am I doing wrong. For anyone who's struggled with chronic illness, it's a cycle. Like, you can get stuck in that, like, what do I need to do? What am I doing wrong? What's not working? What else? Why am I not getting fixed? And to live there for a long time is awful.
Yeah.
And to not have to live like that is the best.
Yeah, that's good. What roadblocks do you think there are that still remain?
You know, my body's still thrown to migraine headaches, and I'm not sure why. So I think, you know, I'm definitely going to continue doing chiropractic care with you, like we talked about. We've made progress on it, but it's like my body keeps wanting to go there when it's stressed or pressed or things are slightly off. So I think, you know, working with migraines and then just keeping moving forward. I know there's a little more distance to go on all those things. I believe that I will get to the point where I'm symptom free. And so, you know, while I'm maybe 80% there now, there's that beautiful 20% we have left to go. So I would say that's where I want to go next.
Yeah, that can be the hardest part of the journey, but we'll get there. We'll install some balloons up in the ceiling and have them fall down when that day comes. How do you think this has changed your perspective on things?
Oh, hugely. I thought for sure that I was just going to be stuck with all this leftover junk from Lyme disease, and I was going to just feel yucky maybe for the rest of my life. And to not think like that anymore. Think, oh no, my life is going to be vibrant and healed, and I'm going to be healed, and I'm going to feel healed. I mean, it's a game changer. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. What would you like to share with others, you know, about this experience?
Yeah, I would just say, I mean, I know there's a lot of people who are wondering the same things I was wondering about. What else can I do for my body? And I mean, 100%, I encourage anyone, if you haven't gone the route of finding a functional neurologist to heal from any chronic illness, come here, come find Dr. Seth and the team. It's a game changer. I mean, not only does my back feel better, but just all these incredible ways that my body and my brain have been healing. This is a great route to go, and I know some people say, oh, chiropractic care, you know, what's that going to do? But it's done leaps and bounds for me. So I guess I just want to say there's more. Hope is here, healing is possible, and this is a great place to be part of that.
That's great. Thanks for sharing, Jane.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody.